Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get this.
Let's
We're
go.
gonna fly this beast today. All right, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to get on here and say a few things because I've had so many questions lately, and coming off these expos and being around the Mr. Olympia, I see a lot of fans that I've seen many, many times, but a lot of you first time people that are coming to Mr. Olympia and meeting Jay Cutler. I think it's just I just think it's really cool that you guys take the time. I mean, these lines can be up to 3 hours sometimes, so thank you guys for waiting. I mean, the patience is just something I probably never would have, but and I can reflect now on those things that now I appreciate much more in my life. But I want to touch back a little bit at the beginning because I think people tend to not understand really where I came from. I'm the youngest of 7 kids. My dad's 87, my mom's 74. I was the baby, and 3 brothers, 3 sisters, and myself. And, I grew up in Sterling, Massachusetts, which is a small suburb like 50 miles west of Boston. And I grew up in more of a farming community, about 6,000 people. It's about 12,000 now since it's expanded. But my upbringing really gave me a lot to teach me a lot about how to be successful in bodybuilding, indirectly in a lot of ways. And the thing that I want to touch upon is like, my parents made me disciplined with the hard work and the dedication. And, I worked in concrete. My brothers had a business. We had like a so-called little farm area in Sterling. We owned a lot of property. So every morning I had to get up and do certain chores. And I had to work weekends after school vacations. So when everyone else was going away, I was there working. And yes, I was earning money. At the time was a lot. And I was pretty fortunate to have a lot of nice things even in high school at a young age, but I really hated my brothers and my father for dragging me up early in the morning. And like any kid, I'd go out late at night, especially as I got to be a junior and senior. I partied a lot in high school, to be honest with you guys, so some of you can relate to that stuff. But it just really they would drag me up and say, you got to work and you got to do this. And I was rebellious against it. I remember saying, why am I the one that has to work so hard? But when I started to become a bodybuilder, which was never planned, by the way, I had a dream and a vision to do it, but I never thought I'd be doing it as a career. It really gave me that dedication because I knew how to commit to things. And I think a lot of times nowadays, that's lacked with a lot of people. I see a lot of people that aren't as dedicated, and I can truly say, reflecting now back on my career, like my dedication is what made me successful because I'll be honest, I wasn't the most genetically blessed guy on stage. I just had a lot of dedication and commitment, and I was relentless. And I think a lot of that stems from my brothers and my fathers, which I now thank very, very much for my success because they really gave me that. And that's, that can't be like, you're not born with that stuff. It has to be kind of taught. And I think, nowadays, if you want to commit to something and do something positively, you have to commit yourself. You have to schedule it in your life and build your lifestyle around it. And looking back, that created a huge opportunity for me to be as great as I was and be able to be competitive at the highest level. And not only that, but build a brand, which anyone watching these YouTube videos, working on their own channels or now climbing that ladder of being socially aware of what's going on, it's crazy. I mean, I've built such a crazy platform, and you know what? The funny part is I was just being me. And that's the most important thing. You just be yourself. And I keep preaching that over and over is you can't copy this guy or that guy. You just have to find a direction that works for you. And I can't stress it enough, but you have to be dedicated and you have to stay committed to it. Just like now, I'm trying to tell more of this story and trying to get everyone more involved in my life and see, this is how I live. And everyone knows, okay, Jay won the Mr. Olympia, and, you read about the achievements in the magazines or on social media, but this is my life, man. It's like, I'm doing this now to give back to you guys and show, okay, this is what it's like, at the top, once you get there and into the next level. Because I consider now my lifestyle much greater than winning the Mr. Olympia competition, believe it or not. People might think that's the pinnacle, but I'm actually reaping benefits even more being who I am and being able to expand and still have the younger generation, you guys 18, 19, the 16-year-olds, the 14-year-olds, and the elders that are 40s and 50s and 60s that are coming to these trade events, emailing me, following me on social media, Snapchat. It's just crazy. You guys continue to follow it, and you guys are the generation now that can get out there and help promote awareness and promote a positive thing with fitness and health and bodybuilding and whatever your craft may be. But find your own direction. That's all I can really say. And a lot of that stems from how you were raised. Tell that story. Be aware of what people, admire about you the most, and talk about it. My family, I'll get into more depth about it. I'm actually trying to shoot a video when you guys can see like how I grew up, because you probably wouldn't believe it if you saw it, and show how small it really is. And obviously I'm a big figurehead there. But I want you guys to meet my family. I want you to see my dad, who's surprisingly 5'4" and about 135 pounds, which everyone would think the genetics are, coming from somewhere. But my dad's a little guy, but really funny attitude. And he still works every day, 87 years old, man, still driving tractors out there. So hopefully you can get that on film. But until then, thank you guys for watching the channel and staying up with me. We'll see you guys next time.